Welcome everybody, today we have our favorite zombie because it's the only zombie in the game, Qiqi. Well, she's a little bit strange character. She's kinda DPS, but she's healer, but she's not as good as a DPS. She's healing okay, but not good enough. So I'm not really sure what to say about this character and what kind of build you should go for. There are some things that are going to work better on her, and yeah, before we even begin with the guide, I'm going to say that if anyone is using Qiqi and it is working wonderfully, I would really love to see a suggestion for the build and to try it out and maybe make even a new guide about building her, and definitely making a test video about Qiqi in the end. Without wasting any more time, we are starting with weapons. And the best weapon of Qiqi, because she's scaling with attack and because she needs as much attack as possible for healing, is going to be some attack main stat weapon. Yes, you can put some other weapons. Let's say you can put Skyward Blade. You are going to have your burst more often because of energy recharge. You get some more attack speed and attack and crit in the substat. So maybe Skyward Blade is even the best weapon on Qiqi. But hey, I don't have that many of them, although I did have, but as you can see it's R4, so I don't have them anymore, and Qiqi is not the character that I'm playing with, so yeah, it's not really that important for me. But if you want, this is probably the best one. I'm not really sure, I didn't even try it. But hey, you have many other weapons which do have the attack in the main stat, and you can try out with some other swords. You don't need to stick with the Skyward Blade, you can change and test all of them out. Next we have artifacts, and now the way I built my Qiqi is going to be full attack, okay? So the sand, goblet and circlet, everything is going into the attack, as much crit as possible, and trying to get energy recharge so I can have her burst as often as possible. But as I saw here, we have Ocean Clam set, and that set could probably work the best on her, although it doesn't mean it will provide more damage than full attack. But hey, going with the ocean set is going to be a good option as well, just because overhealing is allowing you over that set to get a little bit more extra damage. I do believe that I tried it once and it wasn't really working that well. I mean, I don't have all the required artifacts for that set, for Qiqi especially, so it was a little bit different than it should be. Maiden is purely just for healing, so someone, and by someone it's over 15% of people, are using Qiqi only for healing. Almost 50% are trying to heal and get extra damage from healing, and let's say they are trying out a way to make her a DPS, at least a solid one. But it's not working, she doesn't have that much damage. And I did try out the physical build, I did try out this build, and it's not really that good, so yeah. Now we have talents. Yes, she's 999 for me, and if you're building her as a DPS, then it's going to be 999 for you as well. But if you don't want a DPS, only healer, you don't need normal attack, her skill is going to, as you can see, regeneration. You will need to upgrade it, and the best part of everything is going to be her burst, which is going to heal enormously, just like Barbara's healing with her burst. So yeah, 199 if it's only healing, 999 if you really want a DPS or just try it out, or if you don't care about healing at all and just trying out DPS, you can go 911. So it's all up to you. And now we have passive talents. The first one is going to allow your skill to get 20% more healing if the skill triggers elemental reaction. That's going to be nice boost for healer build. And the second one is also for the healer build. So while you are attacking enemy, it's kinda half DPS, half healing for the second passive. So while you are attacking enemies, 50% chance is that you are going to apply the talisman on your enemy and that you are going to heal whenever you hit that enemy while talisman is applied on them. So yeah, not bad for the healer build, but also for the second passive, as I said, it's 50-50 with the DPS and healer, because if you are building her only as a healer, then the second passive is not ever going to happen, and even if it happens, you are not going to utilize it because you're not going to attack with Qiqi, and Qiqi is the one who is healing you. And lastly, we have Constellations on Qiqi. So the C1 is going to be nice for the energy because you're not getting any energy when it comes to Qiqi. So every single time that skill hits enemy that is marked with the talisman, Qiqi is going to regenerate 2 energy. The C2 is going to be okay for DPS build, so the attack damage is increased by 15% for the opponents that are affected by cryo, and it's both on normal and charge attack on Qiqi. So definitely a good constellation for the DPS Qiqi. And when it comes to C4 is going to save you just a little bit because the attack on enemies who are marked with the talisman are decreased by 20%. So that's going to help against some bosses. And when it comes to C6 is also amazing. When you use her burst, all of your fallen characters are going to regenerate 50% of their HP and they are going to be revived, but it's only going to happen once in 15 minutes. And there's one more thing, of course, teams for Qiqi. So, because Qiqi is a healer, everyone except Arlecchino, and I'm not sure if anyone else has the effect that Arlecchino has on her HP that you cannot heal her, so everyone except Arlecchino-like characters is going to benefit from Qiqi because she is going to be able to heal them. But when it comes to some kind of DPS build, because it's going to be physical, let's say Zhongli is going to help. Raiden could help because of Superconduct. Lisa is going to help definitely. Where is Lisa? There she is. Lisa is going to help because of Superconduct. Bennett is going to both heal and boost Qiqi. Although if you have C6 Bennett this time, it's not going to work like you wanted. Let's see, Mika. Mika is going to boost physical damage. Shenhe is going to be able to boost your normal and charge attack. Furina is boosting. Mona is boosting. There's many characters that are going to boost your Qiqi, but in the end, if you're going for some kind of DPS team for Qiqi, it's going to be more related to the physical than anything else. To end this video on our little zombie, I'm not even sure if I'm ever going to build her that well that we are going to make some test video. I mean, I said that I'm going to make it on every single character and we can just try it out, but nothing special is going to happen. So yeah, she's going to stay as she is now, and probably we are not going to have some kind of good enough build. Anyways, I will see you in the next guide.